been a while. Take a little time off of the break. A massive fucking snowstorm and shit, but here we are. Back at it again. It's your podcast down. G's in the building.
You?
Reek's in the building. I was gonna ask, is it Reek or Murder Reek today? I don't know.
I don't know. These are fresh topics. It might not be
It's fresh.
I don't know. I'll feel it out. All
right, Fly's in the building. We gonna hop into this. Now we late on this a little late on this. I'm gonna start by a little Tory Lanez, and I'm gonna call her Megan Pete for now. Megan Pete, as she's known in a civilian world. Well, Tory's going to jail. At least initially, I think he's going to jail. One thing I've been seeing, and I don't know if y'all seen this too, is people are mad that I guess not enough people supported Megan on this. That's what I've been seeing. Now, I want to just say we support Black women here on the Stitcher Podcast Network, but be very clear about this. She a fucking liar. It's hard to support a liar. I don't know if Tory lied, but I know she lied. So, and I have a problem with that. And no one's talking about that. 100% priority 1, 2, 3, and 4 should be don't attack, shoot, or any way demean Black women. 100%. I'm with you on that. I don't get we're not gonna call for the whole lie and the whole like media bitch she put on trying to lie about shit. She could have just told the truth up front and be like, okay, because that made sense anyway, right? But okay, let's assume at least part of that shit was true, and he did it. He's getting a new lawyer because I do think he probably had enough evidence to not be convicted, it seemed. But I want to know what do y'all takes on the actual case, and what's the new lawyer gonna do for him? I mean, nigga Shook in jail now, so I don't know.
I was about to say he was Shook, so lawyer Shook got 30 years, so I don't know how good that's going to. I don't know how that's going to help Tory.
Right, I don't know.
Yeah, looking at Tory, to me it was like because everybody was lying. That's enough for me to be like enough reasonable doubt because you don't know what the truth is.
I mean, yeah.
So all these people that are like, oh, nobody believes Black women. How would nobody believe Megan? Well, because she lied.
She did lie. It's facts.
So like they're sitting there like, well, what is her having to sleep with Tory or lying about who she slept with have to do with the case? It means a lie. If you lie about that, what else would you lie about?
I mean, how do you feel about them saying that she lied to protect him?
How?
Right. They're going to shoot him on sight in Calabasas.
Her lying. I don't know. Her lying. No, here's the thing. Her lying when the cops first got there. Yes. Fearful that they would react in kind to know that he has a firearm. He's belligerent. He's drunk. Like her lying in that moment, I understand. Her going on Gayle King and lying about not ever dating him doesn't make sense because that builds your case. If you tell me that y'all were messing around and there was jealous, because the story never made sense the way it was being told. They were at a party, y'all left angry for no reason that he shot you. That doesn't make sense. You tell me y'all messing around, he flirted in front of you, you confront him, y'all argue, he shoots you. It still escalates way higher than it should have been, but that's a believable story. Little 5'7" dude feeling like he gotta, be big and bad. You pressed him.
He's legitimately 5'2".
He's 5'2". He's child size. You gonna take him up by his collar? He's pissed off. He probably will pull a gun on you. That makes sense. So to go on Gayle King and lie, that's what I'm talking about. Like that lie made no sense to me. That was more like I don't know what you're worried about your image or what, but like that lie didn't get, and no one's talked about that lie, about why it's hurt her own credibility. Because it did to me.
Right. Like I've been telling people, like if she actually told the truth from the beginning, more people would have been on her side.
100%.
But you sitting there lying, talk about glass, and you never had a relationship because it made no sense. Like he just gonna shoot you for what?
Needs a motive.
So
every crime is gonna be like, what was the motive for why he did that? You're gonna be like, I don't know.
Right. So I think both their careers are over.
You think both careers are over? Interesting take. I think I think he may be done. I think she'll bounce. I think she'll be fine. Honestly.
I think
unless the appeal is won and he doesn't do any jail time and he's proved, somewhat vindicated, I think people are gonna forgive her because they don't look at her as being the aggressor in this. They look at her as maybe being confused, maybe lying about some things, but he, I think, is done. And I mean, I understand that. I actually agree. I mean, you can't be shooting people if that's what he actually did. But I don't think she'll suffer that. What do you think, G?
I don't know. There's a lot of different angles that I was kind of looking at. I think she'll be fine. I think anybody, even, not to get out of topic, but I think anybody in music will be fine if they put out good music. It seems like people just want to hear music and they'll forget about whatever you just did last week if you drop a banger. So I don't know if she's capable of doing that, but I think if she drops a banger, honestly, she can really spin. Like, I'm surprised she hasn't. She can really spin this and market this win like crazy. Like I don't know why she hasn't.
That next day, the minute the verdict was dropped, I'd have had a record ready to go.
I'd have had two planned. I'd have had one if I lost, one if I won, and it just would have went out.
Speaking of what you said though, like, okay, let's. I'll say at one point, I'm gonna hop off for a second. I'm gonna hop back on this. To your point, G, I heard people bumping the new R. Kelly. I was like, y'all niggas sick. Like, and I'm talking about, like, for years, I don't play R. Kelly no more because I'm like, damn, like, I can't. And people say, you gotta be able to distinguish the person from the art and shit. And yeah, in some cases you can maybe. In that one, that's hard. But when he drops a song about it, nah, y'all sick. Y'all
Megan
sick.
Megan never made I Believe I Can Fly.
I mean, she didn't. It's also true. And that brings me back to my other point about, like, she's not that good. And I think people, what I get mad about is people like, you hating because she's a strong black woman doing it. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. It's shit she don't rap well. I'm sorry, it has nothing to do with nothing else. She's not a good rapper. She's not. Let's stop that shit. You don't like female rap. That's also cap. I don't like her shit. They all sound the same. Stop. Don't tell me how great. What great bars she got. I'll wait. Give me anybody in the comment. Anybody watching this shit? Oh, give me what bars she got. Please drop some for me. I could be like, oh, that shit was hard. I don't love Nicki like that, but like she can rap. She got some bars. Now, maybe Safari wrote them. Who knows? But she has some bars that you can quote and be like, oh, that was a good line. That was a good quotable. What can you quote from her except body, yaddy, yaddy, and hot girl something? Please tell me.
That's unfair. That's the style of music right now. And it's not my style of music, but that's what I said,
no, G. You don't get to do that shit. Give me a fucking line.
I will say this.
That's it.
That style of music doesn't have a line.
But then that's fair. But that's fair. But go ahead.
For somebody that has girls in their classroom from ages like 18 to 22, nobody listens to Meg.
Oh. There it is.
Like, nobody listens to Meg. They'll listen. And there's a bunch of girls I've never heard of that they listen to, and that's the same type of music. Meg ain't one.
I've heard Glorilla have quotables. Like I don't think necessarily that they're good, but people can be like, "Oh, I got something for you." Not for Meg. And G. So, side note, you're saying that the quote unquote style of music of today There are no quotable lines. There are no, oh, that shit was hard what they said, or memorable what they
I'm
said.
talking about that city girl rap stuff. They just chanting. It's club music.
I mean,
It is.
I mean,
But they don't like Meg's
the
version.
chick said niggas a munch, and that shit stuck. I'm just saying.
Right. It's chance.
I'm just saying. You still can remember it. It's still off the line.
You can remember some Meg chants.
Give me one.
I don't listen to Meg.
You proving my point though. Could we have the same exposure level? You can't give me
but
one.
That's she's not making music. Shit. But she's clearly not making music for me.
Neither. You think I'm listening to Ice Spice for me? You think that's what I want to hear? Come on, what are we talking about? I'm just saying I could give you a quotable from her, and I've
for
heard,
the demographic. But I'm
recall.
saying, but if you ask the demographic of people that she's making music for, they would be able to give you something.
I'm saying I haven't even seen that on social. I've seen it from. You're right. I've seen it from Glorilla. I've seen it from JT and them. I've seen it.
What do you think I'm arguing here? I just want to be clear. What do you think I'm arguing here?
I'm saying I don't think. When I say I think as far as I think you're arguing that if you talk to her group or people, they could talk her up. What I'm saying is I doubt that group is that strong because I don't see them anywhere. Everyone wants to support her. I don't see big fan. I see a movement behind Ice Spice. I see a movement behind Glorilla. I see a movement behind City Girls. I don't see a movement behind Meg. That's not hate. I just don't see it.
That's why I think her career is over, like Tory. Because even though they won, she created so many people to dislike her.
People have kind of distanced themselves from her, which has been interesting to see. I didn't know that would necessarily happen.
Right. So many people, like women, and all these people don't like her. So it's like she does, she's not going to be at the same level she was at before. Like her she's done. Her career's a munch.
True. Tekashi is out here walking the streets after what he did, so I think anything's possible.
I mean, he's alive, but he's not.
Right. His career is done.
Who's listening to Tekashi right now?
Yeah, I mean, he's out here walking the streets, and I don't think she did something as. I don't think what she did is as bad.
I don't think you could. I think you can claim she didn't. I think you can make the argument she did nothing bad, but right. I do think.
Oh, she needs a song.
I think she needs something.
She needs a song in a campaign.
She needs something now, real.
Right. She needs a feature. She better get a feature.
And I think she needs to. I agree. I agree.
She needs to get 21 to do something for her, and then jump on some radio station and get a real publicity, a PR person.
Yes,
a lot of artists distance themselves from her, and this is like
to do a track with anybody.
The thing is, I don't think they'll do it. Because going by some of the bloggers, like Tosh K and all them, they were saying why a lot of people don't like Megan. Personal reasons. They didn't even have nothing to do with Tory. So
I mean,
the other thing that was
Joe Budden said that shit. He's like, fuck the case. There's things that she's done personally that I don't like. So fuck the case. I don't like her for that shit.
So one of the things that coming out through the bloggers and everything like that, she's known for trying to steal people's men. Part of the reason why this all happened, stole your best friend's.
This did happen. This did happen. I mean, she's been with 3 niggas in the industry already, 4 niggas in the industry already, and that's niggas we know about. Decent amount. I mean, early on, but to each their own, I guess.
It's a lot of things behind the scenes. That's why another reason why I think she's done, because a lot of people done behind the scenes just don't like her personally. They don't like her as a person.
I don't think she'll ever be what she was, but I think a hit single or a track or something that she can drop that's consuming that can be consumed by her people will bring her back.
Pack from somebody.
Yeah.
She you know what she needs. Realistically, she needs a Drake verse. She gets a Drake verse. That will endear you back to everybody. That gets you back to that path of maybe not superstardom, but stardom. You get a line from Drake. Maybe either get a high feature somewhere, and I think she needs that classic Hot 97 like interview with somebody just talking about shit. Like she like one of them Breakfast Clubs. She needs one of those to be like, yo, listen, now it's over. I can talk a little bit more about what happened, explain my side, explain why I said what I said on Gayle King. Like, if she did that, I think that would help at least publicly clear the air for some people. And it'll make her a little more approachable, I think. Because right now I just feel like you lied, you hid behind cameras, and I'm just like, that's corny.
Yeah,
that's not your fault, but I mean, it's what you did. You know what I mean? Like,
you hide, and your boyfriend is corny. A tattoo that says he has a tattoo that says feminist.
He real corny. Like I just like it's so bad because I think people look at us and be like, yeah, I just hate men that support their women. I'm just like, nah, he just corny. Like there's nothing to do about
any man
him being good. He's just corny as fuck. That's all.
Right. He tattooed.
What did he do?
Torso. He has feminist tattooed on his torso, like a big like feminist, like it's on the side, like it's.
Why?
And apparently
because he's a feminist, clearly.
So, right. He's like, but it doesn't.
I also don't like how he was like trying to like to me it's real corny. You trying to like when you trying to like talk to the Tory Lanez on Twitter. I'm like, nigga, Tory Lanez is 5'3", man. Pull up on that. Like, you know,
right. You see him you see him in
still
court.
talking about my girl, bro. I'm like, you're not tough addressing the dude who can barely see over the keyboard.
There was overlap. There was overlap between them.
Yeah.
They're messing with Tory and him.
I don't know if it was overlap, but I do know that they talked via Twitter, via the Twitter fingers.
Oh, gotcha.
I just felt that was corny. I'm just like, nigga, just
it was really feminist.
All right. All right. I just think pull up on it. Bring it back.
Hey man, you see where I stand.
I'm with you. I agree with this sentiment 100%. I just but so I think I said that I think what's gonna happen. I think does Tory get deported first, and then is it or does he serve time? Then get deported?
I think he does his time in the Pokey, then gets deported, like a double whammy.
That's what that would be like. Hey, fresh out now, get the fuck out and go to your country. I wonder if he's allowed. Is he not allowed back in for a certain time? Do you know? That would hurt his earn potential. If he can't come back to the States, he ain't making no bread. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of overseas money.
I mean, but like you gonna get.
I don't think he's that big of a big. Yeah, I don't know if he's that big of a star. He ain't like Drake.
Yeah, Drake can survive out the country forever, probably. I don't know if Tory can.
Right.
Just know how many checks they get for their tour, like how they get paid the most on tour, and there's just huge tour dates in the States. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, deport. I mean, it's up to if he gets deported, it'll be up to them, right? Like I've seen people only get deported for like 5 years, but I've also seen people get deported for like 20.
Yeah, it was 5 years. He may survive it, but like 5 years of music is a long time.
We're in a different era. I don't think it matters. He'll get his stream. He did his little NFT thing that worked. You know, clearly there's a different circumstance now, so he probably won't make as much. But if people still listen to R. Kelly, they'll listen to a Tory Lanez stream. They'll want to know.
They're not gonna stop listening. That's for sure.
At least the first thing he drops when it comes out is gonna go gold.
If they still remember this nigga, because it's like he gonna be like because if he gets the time like they said, like he could get like if he can get 20 years,
I can listen. If he get 5 years, then 5 years of not being back in the country, that's 10 years. He's done. 10 years of no music. Wayne took off 3 or 4 years and came back and sounded horrible. And no one's talked about that. He came back and sounded like shit. It was like, I made all these niggas. Yeah, like 6 years ago, nigga. The game has passed you by now. You sound old as fuck in your raps, nigga. I'm sorry to say. And that pained me to say it because I don't want to just call you an old head and rap, nigga, but go back, get on them and make them beats, nigga. That's how you sound. Like you should be making beats and not rapping nothing. Your shit sounded dated as hell. So I don't know, man. 10 years is a long time in music, man. Listen to his old shit. That new shit when it drops is gonna be like, nah, this ain't it, man. What Charlie May say? Nah, that ain't it. Nah, that ain't it.
He gotta do the R. Kelly. I admit it. He gotta do one of those.
He drops a song like no, that may make it go wow. Yeah, shotters just like in Harlem Nights. That would be wild. At that point, because he really going for gold. Then like, all right, well, you know, man, double down. But I do think, yeah, they're both going to take a hit from this. I think, unfortunately, I don't think it's fair to her necessarily, but she probably will take a hit. She probably will. Does the lawyer get him less time, or is it just? You think he's just grasping at straws at this point?
Got a nice 30.
Nice 30. Damn. Well, Tory, been real, buddy.
Like, right, Tory, your dumbass. You're the reason you liked him. You're the one that was on the phone.
Yeah, that audio that got released was like the worst. He was just like, man, you know, if I wasn't drunk, I wouldn't have did it. And then like he don't specify what, so it's like it might as well be the thing we think is the worst thing he could have did. So it's just like he should have been like, man, I was so drunk, man, I should never like fought with you and lost control of the gun. He should have said what he did.
He shouldn't have been on the phone at all. You should have talked to your lawyer. Everybody, anybody that wants to talk to you needs to talk to your lawyer first. I don't care what.
I mean, that's fair, but like,
if your mama want to talk to you, your mama need to talk to your lawyer first.
I mean, clearly this is not a guy who thinks before he acts. That's why he is where he is, because he did not think before he acted. Had an illegal gun while he went out to a. First off, I'm wondering in my head, right? Just that night, he got a legal gun. They go to the Jenner house. The fuck is going? Where do you think you are?
Right, there's literally nothing that's going to happen at the Jenner's house.
And you think, number one, if it happened there, you think they not? I mean, they got armed security roaming the premises. What you talking about? You got all these white women in here. You bugging? They are protected. Ain't no way they not protected. You are tripping.
Listen,
talking about some. Yeah, I'm going to go see the Jenners, man. I got to keep my peace on me.
Listen, when I was in LA, I went to a spot in Little Albania. Apparently, it's a place that the Kardashians eat, Jay, Beyonce, whatever. All I know is sitting outside, a bunch of dudes, all black, sunglasses, muscles everywhere, and I know strapped.
Oh no, them Albanians don't play. They have in New York. You walk on the block, you see the Albanian flag. Hey, Vlad, how you doing? Hey, what's up, man?
So
no better. Ain't nothing going on over there.
I know that's the type of security they got.
all at all times. At all times, you bugging. But yeah, now that Tory's he's definitely going to go away. I just don't know for how long. Like, unless his lawyer can work some kind of magic appeal, I do think there was enough reasonable doubt. I just don't know that it's hard to get a conviction overturned. To fight during the time before it's given is one thing, but now that it's been given, judges don't like going back and be overturning shit. So I don't know. I think he's going to jail. I think he's going to Canada.